Interchangeable 96 here with another video review. This time we have a Hot Toys from the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, Sideshow exclusive, the Joker Bank Robber version 2.0. So here you go. So overall, this was a figure that I was very excited to see them doing. I'm a huge Joker fan, and of course, you know, when the first Bank Robber Joker came out, I wasn't collecting Hot Toys, and you know, just skyrocketed in price by the time that I was collecting them. So now this was my perfect chance to be able to get a not just a Bank Robber Joker, but a new updated version, so I was very happy to get that. Overall, the box is really neat. You get a really great, you know, artwork of like his clown mask, and you have this kind of yellow texturing kind of streaked across the box. Looks really cool. I have to say, I definitely like it a lot. And then you get a nice silver Sideshow exclusive sticker on it, and you can see his eyes in the eye holes. This was a box that, you know, I had seen pictures on Instagram of it, you know, and you know, it looked good. It just didn't look anything special. But getting in person, you can see all that kind of yellowish detail, which might not even be picking up on the camera right now, but there's just a lot of it there. Plus the Joker mask, you can actually, when you remove the top of this box, because it is in a shoebox kind of formation, the eyes are actually on a Joker cover inside, which is really neat. And I'll remove the box cover right now so you can see that. So now you can see the kind of Joker face inside with the credits. Overall, a really cool way of doing it. I definitely like that. As you can see, these are, you know, open now. I did actually try to, you know, kind of put on the box and see if it matches up. It doesn't quite match up. I mean, you can get your eyes in those eye holes, but they're going to be really close to the center, so it doesn't really quite fit. You can't kind of use it as a mask. But overall, a really neat and unique style of box that really doesn't show up on pictures. I didn't know how clever the box was designed until I got it in hand. And overall, definitely like it a lot. So yeah, so now let's go over the figure. Here he is out of package, but before we go into the figure, let's go over his accessories. Alright, as far as like the handheld weapons go, this is the assortment that you will receive. Now, if you do have the Joker 2.0 figure, this is going to be nothing new for you. All of these weapons are included with that other figure, and that is a figure that I do have. So none of these were new accessories, but they're all very much welcome, you know, repackagers, because they are definitely really nice. You do get one of his knives. Looks really cool, kind of, you know, big handle. It's got like the space in between the knife, and you can actually retract it into the holder, and it does have a little clip there. Overall, really neat. I mean, I definitely like that this knife actually has like a feature to it. It's really cool. I can't necessarily say I remember him using a knife in the bank robbing scene. I don't think he does at all. Possibly he does, but from what I remember, he doesn't. So this is more kind of just added because he's a Joker figure. You know, they want to give you a knife to go along with it. So yeah, he does have his standard pistol with the actual ammo pack coming way out. Overall, really nice. Really do like this one. This is one that he uses in the movie, definitely for sure, in the scene, I mean. And the ammo pack is really stuck in there. I'm not sure. I believe that this is removable, because the Joker 2.0 one, that one was removable. So I believe this is removable, and it's just kind of stiff at the moment. But I believe you can remove that, but I'm not 100% sure, as well as the stock will actually kind of move back, which is neat. Definitely neat when they have the gun actually do the functions that a real one would. Yeah, and then you get a shotgun. Of course, this is the one that he takes from the kind of bank manager who kills Chuckles, I believe, is the clown that he kills. So yeah, overall looks really cool. Really do like this one. Of course, comes with the Joker 2.0. The stock here does move, and it is a little loose kind of moving. I wish that this was a little tighter, because sometimes it'll just be like this, you know, when I barely have touched it, and it's just kind of annoying. So yeah, overall looks cool. I gave this gun to Bane. He looks kind of neat with it, especially since he does use a shotgun in that movie. So yeah, so overall the weapons he comes with are all reused from Joker 2.0, but they are all really nice. So if you have that figure, you know, nothing new, but if you don't, these are new and cool accessories to have. Here's some other accessories that you'll get. You get a watch, you get a smoke grenade, and a stack of money. As far as the watch goes, overall really nice. Does have some great detailing inside there. Get a clear shot. There you go. You can see all that detailing. Really cool. It's definitely well detailed, well made, and overall really nice. The only problem I have with it is his sleeves come down pretty far. There's no real way to kind of position them up where it would look natural and it would be comfortable, so to allow you to actually like see the watch. So for that reason, it's a bit pointless, because you really can't use it for any good scenes there. But overall, it is nice. And if you're doing any other custom figures, you know, having a normal watch is a good one to have for other figures that you might be doing. You get the smoke grenade. This one can like attach attached to the back of the kind of Joker purple jacket that's kind of hanging out of his clothes there, which I think is a wonderful touch, and I'll go more on that when I go over the actual figure. But this is a smoke grenade that you can attach to there, and he of course has the string, because he does put this in the bank robber or the bank manager's mouth, and you know the string is attached to him while he gets in the bus. Overall, a really neat, cool accessory to have, and it's very nice, and it is really nice that you can attach it to his actual clothes, because they certainly didn't need to do that, but they did, and it works out really good. You do get a stack of money. I believe this is the same money that comes with the Joker 2.0. I believe it's the same amount as well. It's just one stack. Overall, looks cool. I mean, you get some wonderful detailing there. Definitely looks like a real you know, dollar bill. Of course, it is painted on with the Joker kind of face and eyes. I wish that these were hundreds, and I wish that there wasn't the paint on the eyes and mouth. I don't know, possibly they had to do that because if they didn't, maybe technically they'd be printing money. I'm not 100% sure though, or maybe they just thought it would be a fun touch to have the Joker kind of painted money on there. But overall, I think that when you kind of spread out that money, it does look like a lot, but, you know, just having it in a stack, which is where I would kind of keep it, it doesn't look like very much. So I wish they would have given us maybe one or two more stacks would have been nice. And like I said, a higher denomination, because $1 is just not much, and without the makeup, as well as there's no printing on the back, just to let you know. Yeah, it's just blank on the back there. So yeah, but overall, I do like the money. You know, I can't complain too much about it, because maybe there would have been some type of problem, you know, actually having it without the makeup, or in a higher domination, or with the back being printed on it. I don't know. They might have ran into some issues there, but I don't know. Overall, I would have liked to have the money improved if they could improve it, but if they couldn't, completely understand. And I definitely like the other accessories here. Alright, my favorite accessory that you get with the Bank Robber Joker 2.0 is the duffel bag. Overall, really do like this. The duffel bag itself is just really nice, really well designed here, and it's all really functioning. You can unzip these side pieces. You'll just find like a brick of styrofoam to keep it firm and kind of squared like this. So you know, you can remove that, I believe, and put other stuff in it, but you know, really unnecessary. And then you do have two zippers here. You just unzip these zippers right here, and then there is some Velcro just attaching this piece to this piece. You can just fold this down, fold this up, and you know, when you actually like pose it under his arm, you can position it nicely where it will fold quite nice. And you can see a rack of grenades inside, which is just super cool. You know, of course, these are all, I don't believe the smoke grenades are used in the slightest, but the other grenades are all attached or given to the hostages to hold. And yeah, overall looks really nice. It just looks fantastic. Now, you are like supposed to put in all the grenades in this thing, but it just, I don't understand why you would do that, because it seems to me like if you put the grenades in this other side, it would really be popping out, you know, this section a lot. So I completely just put it on one side. I think it looks just as good as having them both in, and it just fits in the duffel bag a lot nicer, I think, as well as, you know, it allows you to have a bunch of other grenades to just play around with or give to some other figures. So yeah, you can remove it, of course, with this removed. You know, you can attach this, or maybe have some money sticking out, like maybe this is a duffel bag that has the money in it or something. But overall, the duffel bag itself is wonderfully made. You can remove this little piece here, but yeah, overall looks just great. I love this duffel bag, I have to say. Such a cool, fun accessory that can not only be used for this Joker, but for many other figures in general. Really cool. The rack itself, I was thinking that this was a styrofoam kind of rack when I first saw pictures of it, but it is fully plastic. You know, it feels very stable, but possibly this, you might want to be gentle with this. But overall, it just looks fantastic, and just really cool how you can store all the grenades, and I really do like this. As you can see, getting choked up here. As you can see, you get 2 smoke grenades, 3 of the larger kind of oval grenades, and then 3 of the rounded grenades, and you get double that because you do have enough to put the same amount on this side. So overall, the grenades themselves are wonderful. As you can see, all the pins can be rotated. They're all on hinges, I believe, which is really cool. And on the smoke grenades, you get that wonderful writing here, the M18 smoke. What does that say? Smoke white. Very cool, and then you get some letters and numbers at the bottom. Really neat, really well detailed, I have to say. Really like these grenades, and like I said, just put one rack, or just put one set of the grenades in here, and then use the other grenades for other figures. Like I did with the shotgun, I gave the other grenades to Bane. They just look great, like all over his base, you know, it looks really cool. And so overall, really do love these accessories. Love the amount that you get, because they could have easily just given you the one set or just had them all attached to this thing, but they gave you them all separated and able to be removed, which is just wonderful. And I have to say, I really do like that a lot. And you get a ton of grenades, ton of weaponry with this Joker. He holds his duffel bag extremely well. It's a lot of fun to pose him with it, and it's just perfect. Maybe, I mean, this is a little over the top here, but it would have been kind of cool if they gave us like a second duffel bag that really, you know, didn't have as much function as this one and didn't come with the rack, so that you can kind of just stick some money out of it, because I believe they had like 6 of these duffel bags with money just stuffed in them, so that would have been kind of cool, but totally unnecessary. Overall, really do love this duffel bag and all of its contents. It's very nice and just a really great accessory. So as far as hands go, you do get a pretty interesting variety of hands. Now, I'm not 100% sure, but I do believe that most, if not all of these, are just direct repaints from the Joker 2.0. I believe that they're the same gloves, and now I might be wrong on a couple of these, but I believe that they're exactly the same, just instead of purple, they're painted black. Which, you know, is one of the downsides with this figure, that a lot of the stuff he comes with seems to be either just retools or direct repacks from the Joker 2.0, but there's stuff that he needs. So it's not, you know, something that you can really fault Hot Toys for, because it's a little unnecessary to remake some of the stuff when they already have made it and they need to include it in the set. So I do not fault Hot Toys for it, but it is something to note. So yeah, so as far as the hands, you get two for holding the weapons, one on each side with the trigger finger. Here's this one, and then I have his left one on the actual figure. I'll pan up to that in a second. You do get one that's kind of like an open hand, and it has a pointing finger. You can kind of have this to hold the strap, so he's like holding the strap and pointing at something, you know. You can kind of do that. That kind of works. You get one that's there's a little more for holding the shotgun. It's got more of an angle to it, which is nice and definitely will help with that. You get one that's kind of just open, kind of expression, you know, Joker hand type of thing. And then you get another one really for holding the deck of cards, or maybe some money, you know, something flat like that. And this is one that I have on my Joker 2.0 that just looks wonderful holding the cards, I have to say. And you know, when I show you my Joker, he'll have this hand holding his cards, so you can see that. You can see kind of how it would look if you want to display it like that. And then you have this, which seems really out of place, just a relax palm. You know, and they don't even have like a relax palm for both sides or anything. They just have one relax palm. I think it's a little strange, and definitely something that's not needed for the Joker. So here's the hands I have on him. Of course, he has, for his left hand, just holding a trigger finger, one to hold the weapons, and then on his other hand, he has one that's more of a closed grip, but with, you know, the fingers kind of spread out in a little bit of different directions. I think that that's just a hand that's perfect for anything. I mean, it really works great when he's holding something, when he's just like kind of pulling his coat like out of the way and maybe showing like a gun that he has in his waist or something. I think it's perfect. It's just perfect for when he's just standing there, or if he's kind of doing some kind of expression, you know, with his hand. It's a great hand. I would say just leave that on the right hand, and it really just works for anything. I mean, you could even fit a gun in there too. It's like a universal hand. It just works for everything, in my opinion, at least. So that's pretty perfect. So overall, hands are pretty nice. I would have liked some more kind of stranger expression hands. That would have been kind of neat, because, you know, the Joker definitely has some weird ones, as well as maybe some that he only has for one side. I would have liked for both. Maybe like a shotgun holding hand, maybe have that for the left side. Maybe the expression hand, maybe have this for the other side, you know, just to have a little bit more, so that you're not forced to, you know, use the hand that you want on one of his arms, you know. If you want to use the expression hand, you're going to have to use this on his left arm, and some people might want to use it for the right because they have the duffel bag on his left or something like that. So just little things like that, just for personal preference, so you can really get the type of look you're going for. It would have been nice to have a few more hands, but other than that, not too bad. He comes with really everything that you could want, other than like fists, but I don't really see fists being a good hand for Joker. So yeah, overall, very nice. Alright, so here is like the last accessory that you will get, which is basically a massive diorama. Very cool. I have to say I absolutely love what they did here. First of all, they gave us one of the new kind of stands that they've been using for a lot of figures, but most of the time they use them for a flight base. In this case, they use it for just an actual just standing base, which I think is wonderful. You get that clear pole there with a crotch grabber that just, you know, kind of just goes under there, and I have to say I really love that pole. I wish that they would give us that with every flight base that they come out with, because if you don't want your figure flying, that's a perfect little solution to have them on the base that you get them with, but not have to have them flying. It would look really nice and be much better in my opinion. And it is very stable on it, as well as the base itself is detailed phenomenally. It is kind of like a picture of the tile on the floor of the bank. I think it's really wonderful. They did a great job making it look super realistic. I have to say, it looks really good. As you can see, I have the Joker cards spread out on this thing, and this is not just the cards that come with the bank robber. He comes with a full stack. He comes with the exact same number and actual cards that the Joker 2.0 came with. Comes with the same thing. So this is his cards with some of the cards from my Joker 2.0. As you can see, they look really nice. They're just kind of spread out on the base, but without those cards, this would still look amazing. And you do get a nice nameplate that says Joker Bank Robber version, you know, the Dark Knight. Overall, looks wonderful. And then, as you can see, the whole diorama is just beautiful. You get the bus kind of breaking in the wall like it does in the movie, and I have to say, it looks super accurate. I mean, it totally looks just perfect. Really love this thing. I have to say, it just looks phenomenal. If you have the space, this is a beautiful way to display your figure, and is just absolutely gorgeous. If you keep your figures in detolf cabinets, and you're willing to give a full detolf cabinet to this guy, will it fit? Yes and no. Height-wise, it will fit. This will fit in a detolf cabinet, but length-wise, it is too wide to fit in there. So you will need to fold it up more, you know, which will make the bust look a little strange because it'll be folded up more. But if you do that and maybe, you know, paper clip the floor panels together a little bit, you can do it. It won't be perfect because this is designed to have the base go right in the center there, so it won't look that perfect, but it would look good. If you are willing to kind of customize this backdrop, you can really customize it really well, where you can kind of cut off some of the sides there and cut off the bottom panels, or just cut them to the right length, and you can get in your detolf cabinet and have it look amazing. Overall, this looks great. For me, I'm not going to display with this big backdrop because I have to say it looks wonderful, and I do use this base for my Joker 2.0. I give him this base so that he has the main floor base, and then I just put the Bank Robber Joker on a normal stand along with my Nurse Joker custom, and I will be comparing all the Jokers together by the end of this. But overall, really wonderful display. I could go on and on about it. It is wonderful. Really glad that they included it, and they included it really well. I mean, it's extremely well designed. So yeah, so there you go. Really love this this whole display, and it really helps with your Joker 2.0 or Bank Robber Joker 2.0 setup. Alright, so now just going over two things. First of all, just showing you how the duffel bag looks when he's holding it, and going over the actual clown mask on him. And so you do get two heads with this guy. One is going to be the clown mask put on him, and then you know, you can see like the back of his hair and whatnot. And then you do get a full Joker face sculpt, which is quite nice. One thing that I find very unsuperior to the first version is the fact that you don't get a removable clown mask. I think that is completely necessary, especially with the opening shot of this guy is him from the back with the duffel bag and holding the grumpy mask. I mean, that is completely necessary, as well as the Joker face that we get. His hair is fully out. It looks like it's been styled. It's not all pushed back like it is when he's in this mask, because you know, he's got his hair all pushed back when he takes off the mask as well. So I would have definitely liked to see a version where he actually had the pushback hair. Now, I do like that they did sculpt the mask onto the face. I think that it's a much better fit that way. I just wish that they gave us an extra mask with it. But that being said, this face sculpt is actually really good. I think it just looks awesome. It's sculpted beautifully. You can see his like eyes underneath there, which just look awesome, but you know, it's going to take some good light to see them. And then his hair, of course, looks really good, and you can see it's, you know, strapped over his hair there. Just looks wonderful. So I do like the fact that we do get a sculpted version, but I would have liked, of course, like I've been saying, a different a mask to be removed. Now I have to say, with his head up from certain angles, it doesn't look great. I think that he has to have his head looking down to actually have you know, a really nice look to the mask head there, and it looks just better than I thought it would be in person. From pictures, it didn't look all that great. You know, it looked all right, but it just didn't look like a great a masked head sculpt, and I have to say, in person, it definitely looks a lot better, and I definitely like it a lot more. Now, that doesn't stop me. I will be displaying this guy with the Joker head sculpt, just because I want, you know, just all my Jokers with the Joker head sculpt. But this one is very nice. Here he is with the duffel bag. As you can see, you can display it, you know, where this stuff is kind of folded out, and you can see all the grenades. And it's just really cool. With the amount of detail and grenades that are in this thing, it is definitely nice to be able to display him like that, because he definitely looks really great with it, I have to say. So yeah, so now let's switch out the head and just go over the body sculpt as well as the Heath Ledger head sculpt. So here he is with the Joker head sculpt on. Before we go over the Joker head sculpt, because I want to do a decent amount of comparing it with the actual Joker 2.0 head sculpt. So before we go over that, let's just go over the actual figure and the clothing that goes along with it. So yeah, so as you can see, he is wearing a rather conservative you know, outfit for a Joker type of figure. He's just in a plain suit. He's got, you know, a nice dress shirt kind of underneath it with some interesting texture, or not texture, but detail. It overall looks quite cool, but overall, really do like the suit. It's got a really nice, tight, natural looking fit on it, and just looks great. I mean, you know, there's not much to say because it's just plain gray, and we know that Hot Toys can make a good suit, but this is just no different. They absolutely did wonders in designing the suit, and just looks absolutely fantastic. Got the shirt tucked in there pretty nicely. He doesn't have a belt on. Overall looks good. Love these shoes. These are definitely interesting shoes, definitely different from the Joker 2.0 as well. Really do like them, almost like bowling shoes. They look good, you know, just very cool. Really do like the design in just the Joker shoes in general from any figure. They're really interesting and neat, and looks very nice. He is wearing socks, but they're not, yeah, they're just kind of, you know, normal dress socks. They're not, you know, Joker kind of extravagant goofy colored dress socks, unfortunately. But hey, I think it's kind of neat. This is a really nice, neat looking, you know, very simplified Joker, and not so extravagant like he usually is, but with some extravagant, you know, kind of accessories, which I do like a lot. Overall, really do love the actual design of this of the suit. I think it's a beautiful look, and definitely really nice. As well as when it comes to articulation, it is extremely good. I mean, the suit doesn't hinder articulation much in the slightest, which is awesome. When I saw some of the pictures that they put on, you know, sideshow.com of this guy and whatnot, some of the poses, I'm like, oh yeah, you know, the average collector isn't going to be able to get it to that, or isn't going to be comfortable leaving it like that. But it actually does it, and does it really well. Like, you've seen some of those pictures where he's, you know, kneeling on the floor, you know, and messing around with the duffel bag and the gun and whatnot, and he can totally do that. I mean, you know, obviously this isn't the nicest looking pose because I haven't messed around with it, but he can easily get to the crouching position, and it looks great. And you know, I wouldn't worry about leaving him like this. I mean, the clothes will just bounce right back, and you're really not stretching anything, and you're not forcing anything to do what it shouldn't, which is really awesome. As well as, although he does have a double layer of clothing in there, look at how tight that bend goes. It's wonderful. I mean, the articulation on this guy is just fantastic, and he does have a great ball-jointed upper torso to really allow you to twist and turn his body. Overall, really love the design of this suit, no matter how kind of simple it is, and then the fact that he maintains so much articulation and can be allowed to do, you know, some really extravagant poses is just absolutely fantastic. So really do love it. So now let's go over the actual face sculpt. Alright, I lied. Before we go over the face sculpt, I really want to go over one thing that I completely forgot to mention, is the fact that you can lift up this kind of the tassels on his suit, and you can see like his Joker suit underneath, which is really cool. It's a really bright purple, and just looks fantastic, like he's wearing his Joker suit underneath all this, and it does have a little strap there, so you can put in that smoke grenade. Really cool, a fun, neat, interesting, and accurate touch that they did, that they really didn't have to. And if you don't want it seen, if you're not a fan of that, you put that flap down and you can't see it in the slightest, which is really great. So it is something that's a lot of fun that they allowed you to do that, but it's not necessary, and it is very cool though, I have to say. A really nice touch by Hot Toys. Alright, so now to go over the face sculpt. First of all, before I get, really nice shots of that face sculpt for you, just want to give you a little comparison with some of the other Jokers. And these are the two head sculpts that come with the Joker 2.0. As you can see, I made a Nurse Custom Joker there, and, used the laughing head sculpt on that one. But the normal one with the Purrs head sculpt is on this one right here. And then in the back, we've got the Bank Robber Joker with that new head sculpt. As you can see, they all look wonderful. There isn't one that I don't find basically perfect. I really have to say they are done all with such detail and precision that it's just absolutely fantastic. Any of these head sculpts would be superb for a Joker. So if you're debating and you want to get a strong head sculpt, just pick one. Just put the names in a hat and pick one out because they are all perfect. It really just comes to the kind of style you like with the Joker head sculpt. I think some of the paint is a little stronger in the Bank Robber Joker one. I have to say the red is a little darker and is a little less kind of pinkish than the 2.0, as well as the black around the eyes is a little darker. And I have to say, the hair is a bit darker as well. I have to say I like the Bank Robber Joker's paint the best. They all have great paint, but the Bank Robber Joker, in my opinion, has the best paint. As far as sculpting goes, it's kind of a toss-up because with the Joker 2.0, the normal face, he's serious, but he's got a little smirk there, and I really love that. I think that's a perfect Joker for you with a little smirk there, but still serious, as well as it has the Purrs eye system, which is just wonderful and definitely useful for everything. So I really like that. The laughing one, obviously, that's going to be more towards what type of Joker you have if you want a laughing one, but the laughing one is just great. And the Bank Robber one is just serious. It doesn't have a smirk. He looks intense, he looks serious, and his eyes are permanently way to the right, which is a little hard in some poses, I will have to say, having his eyes completely pointed one way, but it looks fantastic. I have to say that all the head sculpts just look beautiful, and I would, maybe the Bank Robber Joker has the best face sculpt in my opinion. I'm not 100% sure though. Obviously the Purrs eyes do have something to do with it as well. But I like the darkness of the paint and kind of the almost kind of sweat effect that they have on his forehead with the Bank Robber one, because that does not seem to be showing in the other Jokers. But they're all fantastic. Definitely, all that you want to get. And let me get you some closer shots on that Bank Robber one. So here's a good look at the Joker face sculpt. As you can see, just beautiful. Like I'm saying, the paint is just absolutely wonderful, and the sculpt of the head itself is just absolutely wonderful. It just looks really fantastic. The choice to have the pupils off to one side is an interesting one. I have to say, it does look pretty cool, especially from that kind of position, but from other positions like this, it doesn't look that great. It doesn't look bad or anything. It just doesn't look fantastic. But overall, I do like it. I like it a lot. I think he just looks really fantastic, and I'm just loving the paint that was applied on this face sculpt. But like I said, all the Joker head sculpts are just absolutely fantastic, and I really can't choose which one is my absolute favorite because they all have a different expression going on, as well as they're all very different painted and everything. But overall, really do like this, and I really do like how there's this section of the head is kind of unpainted or at least smudged off. I think it looks really cool. So yeah, so now let's just get a grand shot of the Jokers together. So here, just want to give you one good shot of all my Jokers together. I think they all are fantastic. Really do like them all for different reasons. They all have so much going with them, and they just look absolutely great. Jokers in the future, I would love for them to remake the Officer Joker. I missed out on that because he came out before I was collecting Hot Toys, so I would love to get that eventually. I'd love if they would do a car ride Joker, which is kind of strange, but that scene where he's got his head out the window of the cop car, and he's got his sleeves rolled up, but he's still wearing a glove, and his hair is kind of just flowing back, and he's got his eyes closed. That would be such a cool face sculpt, and it would be nice to actually get a bare arm Joker as well, and so that would be really cool. But I don't expect that, obviously, but it would be awesome. And I'd love if they would just remake the classic Joker, do a Joker 3.0. That would be awesome, because then I just turn this one into the Interrogation Joker, and just use the next version of Joker as my main Joker. That would be sick. So I'm willing to buy Joker Joker as long as they keep making them. And I'm happy with them redoing Jokers and coming up with different ones because they're just a whole lot of fun to collect. Now, going over the bank robber Joker compared to the regular Joker, price wise, the bank robber Joker and the regular Joker, I believe, retailed for the same amount. I think that the Joker 2.0 was $275, while the bank robber Joker is $270. Basically the same. Now, you got a ton more stuff with the Joker 2.0, just the classic one. You just got a lot more stuff with them. You got more intricate clothing. You got, a whole desk and a chair, and you also got a backdrop like you get with this one. You got, more accessories as well. You got a lot more with that Joker. Plus, you get 2 Joker head sculpts. You do get 2 head sculpts with the bank robber one, but one of them is just a mask. It's much easier to make, while, the actual Joker face sculpt is much harder to do, I would assume. So overall, in my opinion, you get a ton more with the Joker 2.0. So I do think that this guy's a little overpriced. Now, he's overpriced for 2 reasons. First of all, it's been a couple years since that Joker came out. So, just Hot Toys raises their prices as time goes on because they're very popular and, they can. So prices just go up, as well as the actual this is like a Comic-Con exclusive version, and therefore they did price all of those figures at the same price point, so they did have their prices up because of that. So you are paying a little extra, and you're just paying it because time has gone on, as well as it is a like exclusive figure. It doesn't seem to be very limited. I believe it's still in stock on Sideshow.com, so if you want to go pick one up, feel free. So I don't think that it's really fair that we should be paying more, because it doesn't seem like a very limited figure, but the fact is we do, and in my opinion, it's worth it. I'm very happy that I did purchase him, but I'm a big Joker fan. For anybody who's just not a big Joker fan, then I would recommend some of the others. Like, if you could choose between the Joker 2.0 and the bank robber Joker 2.0 at the same price point like they retailed for, I say go with the Joker 2.0, but the fact is you can't do that anymore. He's gone way up in price, you're gonna have to pay like double for him now, so you can't do that. But in my opinion, at the same price point, the regular Joker is definitely the way to go. But still, the bank robber one is just absolutely fantastic, and I really do love the figure. I think they did a terrific job on the updated version, keeping some of the classic attributes from the first figure, but improving on some of the areas that they needed improving on. So overall, I'm very happy. I think they all look great together, and I'm very happy with my Joker collection. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching.